When Assassination is the name of the game, one thing's for sure that there's gonna be a lot of dead bodies. If you've played every single entry in the franchise even just once, odds are that there are tens of thousands if not hundreds of thousands of dead bodies in your wake. And when I talk about the kill count, I'm talking about every soldier, every single person that you kill along the way during your time playing these games. See, there's a plethora of things to do in Assassin's Creed. There's the main storyline, the many side conquests, and a vast number of locations that you either have to complete or capture before making your way towards 100% completion status. During your journey towards the completion of the game, you have to kill so many people, and your enemies are not gonna make it any easier for you. They're gonna fight you with everything that they've got, and they're gonna do everything in their power to stop you. But rest assured, because these assassins are as unstoppable as they seem, one thing's for certain, that they're gonna kill their way through every single enemy and make it to the end. But what exactly is the kill count? See, now that's the interesting question. And when we talk about kills, we're not going to talk about the indirect ones. We're just going to talk about the direct kills. So please, nobody mention the 40 to 50,000 people that Shay Patrick accidentally killed in Assassin's Creed Rogue. Let's just take into account the actual number of direct kills that the assassins go through in order to complete these games. So with those two aspects in mind, let's go ahead and rank every single assassin based on their murder count. Number 10, Altair. 500 to 700 kills. You know, majority of the times in Assassin's Creed, the kill count is going to depend upon the size of the map and the number of side conquests, because that's probably the time where you encounter most of your enemies. And because of the smaller size of Assassin's Creed 1 and the limited number of side quests, Altair's kill count really couldn't be what it should have been in a different scenario. And once he killed Al-Mualim and became the Grand Master of the Assassins, there really was no need for him to go out there and kill any more people. He could just order a hit on a guy and be done with it.
But do take into account that most of his assassinations came before the age of 26.
And that fact itself is really astonishing. Next, number 9, it's a tie between Shay Patrick Cormac and Arno Dorian for having a kill count of 700 to 800 people. See, as I said before, Shay Patrick has actually killed 40 to 50,000 but accidentally. So that cannot be counted because that was not intentional.
But both Arno and Shay have killed over 800 people. Now that's no small number.
But still, when you compare them to the other assassins, I do agree the kill count is not as massive as some of the other heavy hitters on this list. The story of Assassin's Creed Rogue was not that lengthy, and neither was the story of Unity,
because of which these two assassins did not have to kill as many people as they otherwise would have killed.
And their kill count is really limited. As I said before, the number of side conquests really plays a huge role in how many people these assassins kill. But still, 700 to 800, my goodness, that's a big number, and a huge kill count for these two assassins who are tied. Next, number 8, Connor Kenway, 1000 to 1200 people. See, now this is shocking. Just 3 spots in and we have already breached the 1k mark. Connor Kenway is one of the most brutal and intimidating assassins in the entire series. Actually, the most in my opinion. But his kill count really isn't that massive. Well, one of the reasons is his career was not as long as some of the other assassins on this list. And also his targets were very specific. He knew exactly whom he had to kill from the very first day he donned the robes of an assassin. But still, 1000 to 1200 people killed in his time, my goodness. That's no small number. But still, there are a lot of forts to capture, a lot of people to free, and a lot of liberation to be done, to be precise. And while doing that, you're gonna kill a lot, and I say again, a lot of people, as Connor Kenway, and in the most brutal and horrendous way in the entire series. Not only is Connor one brutal son of a bitch, this man is an absolute unit. And had his career spanned any longer, this man would have killed thousands more. But still, the limited time we see him in Assassin's Creed 3 brings out the most violent side of him, and we see this man going through an entire battalion all by himself. And I'm sure that a lot of people have killed a lot more during their time playing as Connor. I think 1.2k is the average number of people that you absolutely have to kill in Assassin's Creed 3, and Connor quite comfortably takes the number 8 spot. But trust me, he had every bit of potential and brutality in him to overtake every other assassin on this list. Next, number 7, Evie Frye, 1.2k to 1.4k kills. The map of Victorian era London is a lot bigger than anything you see in Assassin's Creed 3, 2 or even Brotherhood for that matter. And there's a lot of opportunity here to kill people. It's not just the side conquests. You really have to go through a lot of soldiers in this game in order to make sure that London is in your control. And Evie Frye leaves no stone unturned. My goodness, is she brutal or what? And when I counted, I realized that Evie Frye is actually ahead of a lot of other people in this franchise. Some people might see this kill count and think that it's really small.
But put into perspective, one single person killing over 1,000 people in his or her time.
And one of the aspects that helped her get to this number is the territory system in this game. The way you have to capture every single area in London, and while doing so you have to kill a lot of people, and that aspect is one of the major contributors to the number that we see in Evie's kill count. Next, number 6, Jacob Frye 1.3 to 1.5k kills. The reason why Evie had such a high kill count is exactly one of the reasons why Jacob has one as extravagantly high as well. And despite both of them being in the same game, Jacob has a higher kill count because realistically he's actually the one person that picks more fights in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And although I think that he and his rooks together killed maybe tens of thousands of people, Jacob himself individually has easily killed 1.3 to 1.5k people in Assassin's Creed Syndicate alone. See, we are only taking these games into account. Whatever happens after does not come into play because there we do not perform these kills, we just hear about them. I'm talking about the kills that we execute while playing as these players, and Jacob's 1.5k kills is actually mind-numbing. That's literally a massive chunk of people that Jacob's eliminated.
And even though his number 6 on this list,
he's easily killed thousands more in his time as an assassin post Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Next, number 5, Bayek of Siwa, 1500 to 1700 kills. Had the developers by some chance accommodated a little more opportunities in this game, Bayek of Siwa would have easily been in the run for the top 3. But because of the reduced map size and the lack of opportunities, Bayek is stuck at number 5. I went through the incredibly daunting and exhausting task of counting exactly how many people I had killed in Origins. And the exact number I got to was 1593. That's right, I've killed 1593 people. To be extremely precise, I have spent an entire day just to count how many people I've killed in Odyssey and Origins. So this video deserves a like just for that accomplishment if you ask me. So don't forget to hit the like button. But back to the matter at hand now. As I was saying, I've killed 1500 plus people in this game in a single run. Now that includes the main story, the locations, the side conquests and everything in between. And even though this number doesn't seem that mighty compared to some of the others on this list, trust me, this is one shocking statistic. See, in reality, it's impossible for one single man to directly with his own hands kill these many people in one lifetime. But yet we're talking about fantasy, we're talking about a world that doesn't exist. We're talking about the Assassin's Creed universe. Anything is possible here. See, every playable character could have killed a lot more, but how many of them would have been believable is the question. If you tell me Connor's killed 1500 people, I would believe it, but if you tell me that maybe Evie Frye or Arno's killed that many, I really wouldn't buy it. But Bayek of Siwa, my goodness, can this guy kill or what? 1593 people in one single run. This is one of the reasons why I haven't uploaded any videos from the past few days. I went through the entire game, recorded it and then counted exactly how many people he's gone through. And this shocking number puts Bayek at the number 5 spot.
Next, number 4, Edward Kenway,
1800 to 2000 people.
See, the very setting of this game is that of the golden age of pirates, and also the sheer number of ships that you have to pillage in order to get all the required materials for you to upgrade the Jackdaw itself will rack up a massive number of kills in your count. Don't you agree? Because you really have to go through 50 to 100 ships, and even if you take 10 to 12 people as an average every ship, that's about 600 to 1200 people on the ocean itself that you've killed. So realistically, the majority of the people that Edward's taken out is actually on the ocean as a pirate and not as an assassin. But well, what did you expect? Because this man was a pirate and the best of his kind, and his massive kill count
really gives you an idea exactly why he sits on the number 4 spot.
He could have been higher realistically, but the number 4 spot suits him well. Next, number 3, Eivor, 2000 to 2500 people. One of the main reasons why Eivor killed so many more is because of his Viking lifestyle. Eivor constantly had to go to war with people, and one thing's for certain in wars that you're gonna kill a lot of people, and Eivor did just that. He's literally the reincarnation of Odin. What did you expect? He is a Terminator, a brutal war machine. And this kill count is actually not astonishing for Eivor. I'll tell you exactly why. Even though he was featured in only one game, the sheer size of the map, the number of side conquests, and all the wars Eivor had to wage really pushes his kill count that much higher than anything that you would expect. He's killed so many people. It's literally in the thousands. My personal kill count came up to anything between 2200 to 2300 people. Yours might be a lot higher, and it's not just regular people. Eivor has faced some mythical beings the regular man could not even imagine going toe to toe with, and he's come out victorious. Well, that might get him some extra points in another video, but in this video, Eivor is number 3. Next, number 2,
Ezio Auditore, 2800 to 3000 people.
Well, the biggest reason why Ezio has so many kills to his name is because of the screen time that he gets. See, he's been featured as the protagonist across 3 games and had a career that spanned over 40 years. That's 4 decades plus of killing for one single man. And did he kill a massive number of people or what? See, the majority of his killings came in Brotherhood and Revelations, because in Assassin's Creed 2 he was still kind of young and there was not as much opportunity to kill in Venice and Florence as there was in Rome and Constantinople. His kill count really soared in Cappadocia. If you've played the game, you'll remember when Ezio lit all that gunpowder on fire and toxic fumes covered the entirety of Cappadocia. That's where his kill count really skyrocketed. He has easily killed hundreds if not thousands of people in that instance alone. And no one can even argue that that was not intentional. Ezio knew exactly what he was doing, and yet he chose to go through with it. And that's exactly why we are adding those kills to the count.
And this menacing assassin has killed nearly 3000 people, if not more, and has an entire river of blood to his name. And now, number 1, Kassandra, 3500 to 4000 kills. Now this is a statistic of the jaw-dropping, mind-numbing sorts. How can one human being go through so many people in one lifetime? It's beyond me. It's impossible, of course, unless you're a mass murderer. And every life she's taken, she's done so with her very own hands. There's a personal touch to every kill, and that's damn scary. And literally impossible for a human being to do something like this. Because even if you murder one person every single day, it'll take you over a decade to kill these many, and that's actually impossible. And as far as Eivor and Kassandra are concerned, they are not even human. These are demigods. One is an actual reincarnation of Odin, the very same Odin that all the 9 realms fear. And Kassandra, well, she's just an immortal goddess who's been alive for thousands of years. Who knows how many people she might have killed after the events of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's not even something I could fathom. But as far as just the game is concerned, she's killed over 3500 people. My personal count being 3612. That's how many people I had to kill to reach over even 90% completion status in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. See, these kind of numbers, they really blow your mind. How can anybody kill so many people? For a human being, well, it's impossible. But for Kassandra, it's definitely in the ballpark of reality. And if anything, she could have killed a lot more people. See, as I told you, I was only able to crack 90%. Had I gone through the entire game and completed 100%, I would have easily touched the 4000 mark. If anything, I would have crossed it. But how is that even possible, you might ask? Well, the innumerable number of locations, the extremely big map size, and the mercenary system being 3 of the biggest factors that got me to this extreme a kill count. See, you don't have to go out looking for opportunity to kill people. If the bounty on your head is high enough, mercenaries will find you themselves and hand you the opportunity to kill them on a silver platter, which makes killing more people a lot easier. See, in regular Assassin's Creed games, you have to go out, look for opportunities, look for forts, look for locations. But in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, there are so many scenarios where opportunities land on your doorstep. And these factors lend a huge hand in making this extreme kill count a reality. And to be completely honest, both Alexios and Kassandra feel like they can pull it off. And with that, we end this video, guys. Tell me down in the comment section below how many people you killed and in which game. And tell me what you thought of the video. Did you think that the rough numbers were accurate or not? And don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. A lot more game content is on its way, and you'd also want to turn on notifications because that way you'll be notified every time a new video pops up. It's your boy VZX signing out.